I'll just warn people ahead of time I'm demon possessed, and part of what that is that I have this feeling that they adjust certain parts of my perception of the world, not in my mind, but they actually do things in the world. They change things about the world around me, and I can't tell what is truth and what is fiction. I believe I saw a documentary on Netflix about a band called the Miami Show Band, and that they were massacred by a group of, it was like IRA, like Northern Irish, what they call them, vigilante. They're terrorists, you know, and the British government had some hand in the killing of 3 of the bandmates of this. It was like a 7-man band. It was called a show band. And show bands were popular in Ireland, according to this documentary, and it was the way that the children, the girls, you know, because this was just after the Beatles, and they had to have their rock and roll music. And these guys were the local Beatles, you know, to them. These guys were the top of, they were so popular as to be a political, as a political force, even though they were not political at all. And they said that 2 of the members were Protestant, the other guys were Catholic. And the thing that just screws with me is just, Jesus would not be for war in any shape, form. The only way things like that happen is because people get self-righteous. There's a part where Jesus is confronting the Pharisees who are trying to uphold a law that God put into action, and really just to point out to people that you can't follow law. And they were still trying to stick to it, but they were not under it themselves. They were not following all of the rules. And Jesus saw right through them and confronted them on it and said, "It will be better on the day of judgment for the Sodomites than it will be for you, Pharisees." And I've been trying to point out to people that the Pharisees, you could easily replace with them and say self-righteous. Anybody who said to homosexuals, "God hates you." Those are the Pharisees. Those are the guys, you could put them in the place of the Pharisees, and Jesus would be saying, it will be better in the day of judgment for the Sodomites, for the gay people, than it will be for you. Because you just said something that God does not agree with, because we're all made by God. And we were all made for a reason. And we have a purpose and reason to be in this world. And some will follow it, some won't. Some will, you know, it's a matter of just having enough self-esteem, enough in yourself to say, you know, there's something I can do. And you're going to confront demons. And in my case, the demons are in me, and they're hanging out. And the Holy Spirit's kind of like, I can't really touch you right now, but in 3 minutes I'll come over and help you out. But the demons are just kind of like having fun. There's a song that Todd Rundgren put out called "Tiny Demons." That's probably what I should sing. And so, and I don't know to what extent my problem goes, but it's fairly extensive. Tiny demons inside me. Rundgren. So, one of them plays a piccolo in my ear. Another one makes the small things that aren't there. And they know where to hide. And they know everything that's inside of my head. Tiny demons inside me. One of them ties a lasso around my heart. Another makes me nod when I drive the car. And they won't ever leave, but they won't show their faces to me. and they wait till I feel like they wait till I feel like they're gone, and they jump out and steal my relief. Tiny demons inside me. So, if Todd Rundgren had him, Peter had him. Peter said, Jesus, I'm not going to leave you. And Jesus swung around really quick and said, get behind me, Satan. And then he brought Peter and hugged him and said, Peter, you're a great stumbling block to me. You're the thing is that Jesus wanted so not to go to the cross. And Peter was sitting there saying that we're never going to fail you. And Jesus was just like, no. Everybody is going, it is written that everybody will turn me away. It's going to happen. It will happen to you. And he says, surely, surely, I say to you, by the time you hear the morning cock, that is the male chicken that crows in the morning, as sure as you hear him, you will have disowned me 3 times. And that happened, and Peter knelt down and cried bitterly, because he was so certain that he would not